Hi friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be a little get ready with me. I have lots of fun new things to try out. I created the look that you see right here. I think it came out so good, very like smoky, grungy glam, and I am honestly feeling so good about it. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and chit chat, get your makeup if you're doing your makeup with me, throw me on as background noise. If I am being your background noise, let me know what you're doing while I'm your background noise. I'm so curious, because like I always have videos on as background noise. I don't really have any accessories going on. This is an old Amazon wig. This is just a basic beanie. And then this is a t-shirt from Book Babe Designs, my favorite. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and play with some makeup. Okay, hi, let's dive into some makeup. I am gonna start by using this e.l.f. cooling stick just to add some extra moisture. I like that cooling sensation that it gives. It's not like minty, it just feels like refreshed. Like I just splashed cool water on my face. It's really nice. I don't think this stick is like a new product to my knowledge, but it's new to me, so. I've been liking it though. It just, I don't know, just gives a boost of nourishment. Is it something that's a necessity? I mean, none of this is, but this, no, but I like it. And then I'm gonna prime with my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Not a new primer, but it is one that I very much enjoy. And I feel like it pairs really nicely with the foundation I'm gonna use, or skin tint, technically. But how's your day going? What's new? Tell me what's going on with my little drink to get me going. Are you an energy drink person? And if so, what are your favorites? I'm not someone that needs an energy drink like every day by any means, or drink them every day, but every once in a while I do enjoy them. I feel like Alani is my favorite. I do like the Zero Sugar Monsters. Celsius is very hit or miss for me. Very hit or miss. I like Ghost. Those are probably my tops. And I pretty much love any flavor that's like a candy pink flavor or like blue, like a blue raspberry. So for foundation, I'm gonna use the Milk Makeup Gel Tint. This is so nice. I've been using the shade 2. I've used this the last like, I wanna say like 4 or 5 days, and I really, really enjoy it. I'm gonna be using my Sigma F48 brush. I'm just gonna dot it around my face. I just feel like this meshes into my skin so well. It has like a light buildable coverage, which I personally prefer. I don't like when anything is too high coverage, but it's definitely not sheer either. Like I feel like it does kind of blur and balance out my skin. And it's glowy, but I don't feel like it's too dewy. I don't find it to be like super slippy, sticky, you know what I mean? I do set with powder just so that my makeup doesn't move around all day. But I've been loving this, and I feel like it wears really well. Like so far, like by the end of the day, my makeup pretty much looks the same as when I put it on, which has been lovely. But yeah, I've been greatly enjoying this. I think it's a really, really great foundation. I know it's hard for me to make this big of a claim that I'm about to make, but I feel like this is probably one of my top favorites I've ever used in my entire life. I feel like it just has all the qualities that I love in a base product all mixed into one thing. There's just something about the Hydro Grip line that Milk Makeup does. I feel like it just works for me. I feel like everything under the Hydro Grip umbrella has just been something I've genuinely loved. And this seems to be no different. But I feel like it just looks so skin-like. It's so pretty. I just really love it. I think it's wonderful. I guess continuing on with Milk Makeup, I'm gonna use the Future Fluid Concealer. Just gonna pop a little under my eyes, and then I'll just blend that out as well. But yeah, let me know how things are going in your life. Today's a very dreary, gloomy day. It's very rainy out, but I feel like I've been just staying really productive today, actually. I did a nice run on my treadmill. I baked some banana bread. I did some cleaning. I did some editing. Just a whole lot this morning, and now I'm sitting here filming, and I'm very excited about it. Lots of things that I've been just feeling really excited about lately, and I am pumped to play more with. And nothing in today's video is a first impressions either. Everything I've used, well, one of these I haven't technically used the shade, but I've used the products. I'll get into that later. But yeah, these are actually a really good batch of newer things that I've greatly been enjoying. What are you doing lately? Like, are you watching anything, reading anything, playing any games? I'm still very much obsessed with Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It's just honestly a perfect game. It's so good. I did start watching the newest season of Love is Blind. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty liquid contour while I chat. This is in the shade Gentle. I'm all caught up as of this moment. As of this moment, there's 9 episodes and I've seen them all. I feel like for the most part, it's been honestly a really boring season. And the pods dragged out a really long time. Like it took, I swear, like 5 or 6 episodes for us to get out of the pods. I feel like, oh, I'm trying to remember everybody's names. Lauren and David. I do not like David at all. I feel like he's such a weenie. I like do not trust him. He just seems like such an insecure loser. That might be harsh, but that's just the vibes he gives off. I think Joey and Monica are so cute together, honestly. They're like so weird and quirky, but in like the best way. By the way, I'm blending this out with a Sigma F80 brush. I think this is actually meant for under eye powder, but I actually really like it for blending out like cream and liquid, like bronzer contour. I just think it's really nice and blends out nicely. I feel like the other couples I don't really have super strong opinions toward. It's just honestly just stupid mindless TV, which is great background noise. It's like my favorite thing to put on when I'm like cleaning or cooking or something. Just something to have in the background. Like just let me listen to people talk about their dramas. It's great. I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. This is a new powder to me. I don't know if it's a brand new product or just new to me, but this is the Kosas Translucent Yellow Powder. It's like a brightening powder. They sent me the pink one and the yellow one, and I've been trying the yellow one first. And I feel like I like it. I don't know if I would call it incredibly brightening on me. Maybe just because I am quite fair. So if you're deeper than me, this would probably have a more brightening effect, but I do like it. I feel like it's very smoothing and it doesn't seem to move around and it's been doing the job really nicely. So I don't really have any complaints, honestly. I'm just kind of setting my under eyes and like around my mouth and nose with this just to help with creasing, kind of around my nose, those sorts of areas. I've also been reading Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. Was kind of nervous going into that book because I just wasn't sure if it would be for me. I had a feeling it was going to be very just smutty and not plot. Like I'm good with some spice in books, but I want there to be plot to balance it out as well. And yeah, this is like pretty much just a smutty book. The plot is very much a sub thing. Like it's not important, honestly. At least so far, but I am halfway through the book, so I don't think that's really gonna change. But we'll see, it's entertaining enough. I'm just gonna set the perimeters of my face with my NYX High Glass Powder. This is just a Fantasy Cosmetica brush, the F02. Just gonna set the perimeters of my face down. But yeah, I'm kind of struggling to get through it. I feel like on average, it only takes me anywhere between 1 to 3 days to read the average book, depending on how much time I have to read that is. But this book, I feel like I've been reading for the last I think it's been 3 or 4 days already and I'm only halfway through. I feel like I'm just not motivated to read it. I'm hoping I can have a decent amount of time this evening to just finish it because I don't really want to DNF it. I don't dislike it that much to DNF it, but I am kind of ready to just move on from it, so we'll see. For blush, I got the new Glaminatrix blushes. These are the new duo blushes. They actually extended their liquid blush line. I love these so much. These are some of my favorite liquid blushes ever. There's 6 new shades of that, and then they came out with 3 of these duo blushes, and I've been loving them. I have not used this color in particular. That's what I was referencing earlier. I've used the browner one. Where is it? Muted Mocha, and it's very cute. And I want to use the pink one today. Think Pink. And I really liked the formula. And I am someone who pretty much always layers like a cream and liquid first and then puts a powder on top of it. So a little duo like this is honestly perfect for me. I don't know honestly why I haven't owned any other duos like this before where it's like half cream, half powder. But that's what I'm gonna use today. So I'm gonna use my Sigma F43 brush, just kind of tapping in there. And then I'll just go right on the cheeks. Ooh, that's pigmented. Maybe we'll do kind of both at the same time. And just kind of tap and blend that out. But I've really liked the formula. Like, obviously I've already set with powder, but I feel like I can still use the creams on top of the powder and it doesn't really disrupt things, especially if I just use like little pouncing motions like this. I feel like it kind of does the job nicely. That is such a good shade of pink too. I think that's really, really pretty. And I think this is such a fun little formula. I know these like cream powder blush duos aren't a new concept, but I am happy to see Glaminatrix doing it. I think they did a great job with it. And I'd love to see them extend the shade range like they did with the liquid blushes one day. And I'll always be happy with more liquid blushes because that's literally one of my favorite formulas. It's just so good. I just love blush. I feel like blush has been one of my favorite parts of makeup for years. It's just so fun. I feel like it just makes your makeup look so cute. It just takes it up another notch. Adds a little bit of fun. I love it. I'm gonna tap in just the teeniest bit more so I can add a teeny little bit on my nose. Yeah, I feel like that just blended in so nicely. I feel like these are really, really easy to work with. I feel like they have great pigmentation where they like do have that impact right up, like right from the get-go, but they aren't like so much that they're hard to blend out, because as much as I do like a pigmented blush, I don't want a blush to be too pigmented to where like I can't even really use it anymore. I feel like this kind of made it work really well. So I'm gonna take the powder side now. I'm gonna use my Singe F06 brush. I'm actually gonna tap that off. I have a feeling that's gonna have a lot of pigment on it as well. Not that I'm afraid of a pigmented blush, but I don't want it to get away from me. Oh yeah, that's so nice. Just like the layered effect. Like the cream by itself is so good, but you guys know me. I love some impact. I feel like it just kicks it up another notch and gives it just more. I always want more. I've noticed there's a lot of like cherry themed and colored releases happening lately, and I love it. I think it's so pretty. I love like just the dark cherry sort of vibes. I'm not even doing anything remotely like that today. I don't know what made me think of that. I guess I was just thinking about new releases and stuff. And I've noticed a lot of cherry themed stuff, which I think is pretty fun. It's wild to think that we're only like a month away from entering spring. I guess less than a month now. I feel like February has like simultaneously gone by really fast, but at the same time, I'm like, how are we still in February? Not that I'm trying to rush time. I feel like especially as I get older, I am trying to not look into the future as much. Not in the sense that I'm not worried about the future or thinking about my future, because that's important. But like sometimes I'm just always thinking ahead that I forget to be in the now. And I want to be in the now too, because then before you know it, it's all just over. So I'm trying to enjoy the days as much as you can. I feel like it's a bleak time right now, but all we can really do is try. Adding some freckles now with my Nabla freckle pen. Nothing too crazy. I'm gonna do my brows. Just gonna do my normal routine. I have my Milk Kush brow gel in the shade Diesel. And I'm just gonna add some fluff and tint and hold to everything. And then I'm gonna take my NYX Espresso brow pen just to fill in some gaps. For highlighter, I wanna use the new Unearthly and Xander highlighter. It's in the shade Ooze and it's so pretty. It's like a multi-chrome highlighter. It kind of has like a bluey, golden greenish shift. The green's very prominent though, but like, see there's no like base. So it's just translucent and then the light hits it and you get that splash of color. It's very cool. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty highlighting brush and I'm just gonna run this over the tops of my cheekbones. I'm gonna add a second layer just for fun. I always love a beaming glow. I will never let the old school highlighter trend die. A little on the nose and that'll do it. I'm just gonna spray my face with the All Nighter hyaluronic setting spray and we'll move on to the eyes. Moving on to the eyes, I have the new Klarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette. It is an all neutral palette, which if you guys know, it's not totally my vibe. I don't play with neutrals very often, but I do like some of these darker grungy tones that are in here. There are a lot of beiges. I would not have had this many beiges if I had a choice in it, but I understand that that is something a lot of people care about and having like all those different undertones. But the shimmers in here are so pretty. I have already actually played with this on Instagram and YouTube Shorts. If you want to see another look, I did like a really fun sort of cut crease and I used like a pop of a graphic liner in the crease. It was super fun. But today I want to do a very dark, smoky, kind of grungy, maybe halo eye. We shall see. But I really love the shimmers in this palette. I think they're really good. I mean, the mattes are great quality. It's just like, you guys know I don't really play with neutrals that often, so it's hard for me to be like, oh my gosh, these mattes are amazing when they're essentially just different shades of brown. But I do think the quality is really nice, but the shimmers are definitely where this palette shines. No pun intended. But I'm just priming with the Kaleidos Eye Primer. I'm just gonna get that all blended out and we will get started. I'm just ready for some yummy smoky goodness. So I'm actually gonna start with, I think, Been There Done That. This is like my favorite matte in the palette. It's such a pretty color. I love that just yummy, dingy brown. It's so good. I'm gonna use this Arttitude Cosmetics brush. This is a 02. And I'm going to pop this in the inner and outer part of my lid. I'm not gonna take it out too far because I want room to be able to actually blend, and I wanna try to leave the center as blank as possible. Ooh, that's such just a yummy brown. I don't get excited about brown very often, but this is a good shade. And I think I do want to just like smoke out the entire lower lash line for this look, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna run this all the way from inner to outer. Sometimes I halo it along with the lid, but today I don't want that. And honestly, I might even wing the outer half just a little bit, kind of like a winged halo. And I might even add a winged liner to this look. I haven't decided yet. To blend the edges, I am gonna take this taupey shade, this grayish taupe, extra hazelnut. Taking this little blending brush from the Lethal Cosmetics and Dexter set. I'm not gonna go crazy with this, but I am just gonna very lightly kind of run this around the edges. I feel like this taupey, grayy color will be a good combo with this pretty much poopy brown shade. I love it. Let's deepen things up some more. I want to take decaf, please. I'm going to use this little Blend Bunny B4 brush. I'm going to do kind of the same thing I did to start, but I'm just going to keep this shade a little bit tighter to my inner and outer corner, just enough to add some depth and darkness. And again, leaving the center blank. And again, I will take this along that lower lash as well, just going extra tight and close to the lash line itself. I'm gonna take just a tiny bit more of that very first shade I used on that first brush, and I'm just gonna lightly kind of blend that darker shade together with it. Just keep everything very smoky, blended, dimensional. I'll take that blending brush with that taupey shade as well, just to run along the edges. Lots of back and forth, just kind of keeping everything put together. I'm loving the balance of this so far. Last matte, I want to take I Like My Coffee Black. I'm gonna use a little Sigma E30 pencil brush. I'm just gonna take and pop this in the inner and outer corner of my lid, just for a little extra depth. I am gonna do the same to the lower lash line, but I'm just gonna take a pause on that for a second while I do the upper lid, because I'm gonna use a black liner to smoke the lower lash line even more as well. So let me just get that black blended. Basically just going down the line of those same brushes and just very lightly tapping and blending it out. I'm gonna take my black eye pencil now. This is Outer Space from Milk. Just gonna start by tight lining my upper waterline. I do this literally every time I do my makeup. And then I'm just gonna run this in my lower waterline. Just get that completely coated. And I'll even run this kind of like right on my skin, right at my waterline as well. And then I'm just gonna take the tiniest, smidgiest little bit more black on that pencil brush. And I'm just gonna lightly run this right up against that waterline too, just to help diffuse that pencil a little bit more. And then you guessed it, I'm just gonna go back down the line with my previous brushes, further smoking out that lower lash line. I said it before and I'll say it again. I just feel like just these little steps and little details make a big difference when like you're doing a dimensional look. Like I like being able to see just all the facets and depth that's going on with this, and it doesn't just look like black. So now for the shimmer, I'm gonna start with my NYX Glitter Primer just so it can pop even more and everything can stay put really nicely. Just gonna use my finger and just run some of that on the center of my lid. And Americano is what I wanna start with. I'm just gonna take that on my finger. Oh, that is such a good color. I'm just gonna run that all across my lid, kind of blending into the inner and outer. So, oh, that is such a good color. I feel like the shimmery metallics in this palette are just really, really good. I'm just gonna run that big fluffy brush, make sure that's blending nicely. And now I do wanna halo this just a little bit, so I think I wanna take iced coffee. I'm gonna use this little Lethal Cosmetics brush, and I'm going to just tap this right in the center of my lid. Just kind of doing little, like, you can see the shape I'm making, just kind of up and down, but I'm doing like little round taps with it. See, I feel like it just opened it up a little bit more, gave it a little bit of dimension, kind of blurs it all a little bit. Gives it just a little something extra, just enhanced what this is, and I love that. I just think that is all so, so, so pretty. Kind of want to use the Xander highlight for my inner corner, so let's do that. Just gonna pop that right in there. Just for a nice greenish glow, yeah. I like seeing that green pop in there. I think that's really fun. Complements obviously the cheeks really nicely. And then purely just for fun, just because I like this shade, Deja Brew is a little bit, like it's not a glitter, but it has a little bit more of a chunky sparkle. I'm just gonna very lightly just kind of dip this giant fluffy lethal brush in it. And I'm just gonna kind of lightly tap some of these sparkles kind of everywhere because I think it looks really pretty. So you can kind of see those little twinkles now. That is so cute. Neutrals can be fun sometimes. I do think I am gonna put a winged liner on just because I wanna wear lashes today. I never wear lashes, but I just feel like today's a good day for it. So I wanna do a wing so that my lashes can blend in really nicely because I'm gonna do big ones. This is the Rare Beauty liquid liner. I'm gonna try to keep it as small as I can, but I feel like I just always go for a giant wing. I'm just gonna kind of swoop it down. It's so hard for me to do this on camera because I need a mirror so close to my face. But as a base, something sort of like that, and then I will fill it in. And then I'll get really up close and personal and perfect it and try to do similar to the other side. Okay, finished my liner, threw on my lashes. These are the Pisces lashes from Black Moon. I think these look so good. I feel like they suit the look really well too because it's just such a dark, dramatic look. I feel like it's just really pretty, but obviously you could skip the lashes if you're recreating this. If you've been here for the last while, you know that I've mostly been just rocking mascara, but every once in a while I still feel the urge to go a little big lash with it again. So for lips, I want to do something kind of brownish, I think. So I'm going to start with the Unearthly Cursed Pencil. Just going to line and lightly fill in. I'm actually going to cover most of my lips with this pencil as well. Lightly filled in. I added a little bit to like the center. And now I'm going to add my liquid lipstick. This is actually from the coffee lip set from Klarity. There's like a liquid lip and 2 glosses. So I think I want to start with this liquid lip. It's called Mocha Velvet. And I'm just going to kind of tap it in the center and use my finger to tap it out. It's such a pretty like cool toned taupey shade. I love it. I'll kind of add to the top too. These smell like coffee as well. I love that little detail. And then I kind of want to gloss on top of it. And I was thinking one with a green shift to complement like the highlighter would be fun. I have 3 options. I have this one from Lethal Duality. I almost feel like that's too gold though. I have this one from Unearthly Moss. This is very green. This would be very cool. But I also have one of the glosses from that coffee kit. This one's Coffee Steam. This is a little bit more subtle, but it almost has similar reflex to that highlighter. As cool as the green one is, I think I will go with the Klarity one because I think it might be, I don't know, just the most balanced. Oh yeah. That's really pretty. I feel like it almost has like the tingiest of green and gold. You know, maybe for fun, maybe I just add a little bit of the green gloss too. I could mix. Why not? Oh yeah. I feel like that combo together is perfect. Now I get like a little bit of the best of both. I think this is a fun look. Thanks so much for watching. I had so much fun today. It was just so great to sit down, play with these products, things that I've really been loving lately, and I'm excited to hear your thoughts as well. I think this look came out so good. And it's funny because like I really don't hate neutrals. I just don't gravitate toward them. I'm definitely like a colorful makeup person, but then when I do use them, like I feel so good. I'm like, I could wear this every single day and feel really good about it. I think it all just plays together so well. It's dramatic and grungy and all the lovely things. And yeah, I would just love to hear your thoughts. If you made it to the end of this video, leave some coffee emojis since I played with the coffee palette. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram and BATTYBEAN there as well. And also, if you want to, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here. And you're welcome to hop over to my second channel, linked in my description box if you want additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.